wanted to clear the air with you last night on the show.
Well, okay,
Eva.
so Kenya,
What is her problem?
to me, started it. And it happens often this way on the show. One of the young ladies will start a beef, and then someone will respond, and they will get upset and then cry victim when you respond in a manner in which they don't appreciate. But we go back to how it all started, which I didn't appreciate. I gifted Kenya a doll from Pottery Barn Kids and a blanket for her new baby's presentation party.
Okay.
And apparently she was upset with me for saying that I didn't bring my children because I thought she had bad energy per Portia's relay.
Okay.
And so she decided to re-gift my doll and give it to Portia. And give her the blanket instead of keeping it or maybe giving it to someone in need or just throwing it away. And instead she decided to re-gift it and then start taking jabs on social media, which is the crazy part.
Yeah, because she did try to come for you and said that you call her a later in life mom and that she had nappy hair.
Well, we all, I am definitely head of the Nappy Hair Committee, me, my mama, and my daughter.
Okay.
And anybody that identifies with us, welcome. And if you don't identify with that, then that's totally fine. I mean, nothing offensive. I happen to be a black woman. But when it comes to having a later in life baby, anything after 35 is clinically considered a geriatric pregnancy.
Well, I prefer people to say that my coils are coarse, not nappy.
I explained to my daughter yesterday. She was rolling around on the grass.
I prefer the word kinky.
My daughter was rolling around on the grass and got grass all in her hair. And as I tried to take it out, she began to cry. I said, baby, you are black. You have beautiful curls called naps. It's going to hurt. It's just what it is. I'm not offended by the things that make me beautifully black. I guess what perturbs me is that we as a community are offended by the things that identify
because
us.
you light skinned.
And I can't help that.
For real.
I'm as black as they come, honey.
Welcome to my channel, Mother Suckers. Hey, girl, I had to sip slowly for that one, honey. Now, this was an interview that Eva did in response to Kenya responding to Eva saying that the girls on the show had nappy heads. Now, Kenya did respond to the original nappy-headed comments from Eva via Madame Noir. And she said, later on in life, mom is an actual fact. What I didn't like that she said is over the hill. Now that's an insult. The same way she insulted me by calling me nappy-headed. The same way she insulted me by saying, I don't know the color of her eyes. It's like, why are you doing all of that? I've never said anything to you nasty. And this is all coming from the fact that you didn't want to bring your kids around me because of issues you had made up your mind about me. So now you're just insulting my character and me as a mom. That's a low blow. That's below the belt, and there's no way you can explain your way out of that. I think Eva has to do some real soul searching and just try to figure out where that comes from. You don't get to call a brown-skinned girl nappy-headed. Out of all of the things that we have been told, cotton picking, nappy-headed, darky, all of that stuff. You don't get to call me that being a light-skinned girl with light eyes and straight hair. So you need to figure out where your colorism is coming from and the fact that you're perpetuating this hate stemming from slavery. So that is where she needs to educate herself. Now, this interview was very interesting to me. I was actually waiting to see if Eva was going to respond to the other woman who said, she called us nappy-headed. Like, what's that about? And Eva is the type of person who is strong and wrong. Okay, she was clearly strong and clearly wrong, but she gonna make A equal B, 1 + 1 = 2. She gonna explain to you why it all makes sense, but at the end of it, you looking at it like, no, Eva, no. Now, Eva's response to calling the other woman nappy-headed was by her saying that she is head of the nappy-headed committee. Child. I was like, wait, are we talking about the same head? What? Head? Now, Eva usually wears her hair in natural braided styles like box braids or goddess locks or faux locks. So her hair is usually in some type of natural style with extensions. But that's not her hair texture. She's very much a 3A, a 2C. I think she's gone natural now. So with a perm, she's definitely in the 2s. I would say natural, 3A, 3B. Not to say that the 3s aren't considered nappy, but in the black community, let's be honest here, when we think of naps and kinks and coils, it's usually in reference to type 4 hair. But if you notice, she said herself, her mother, and her daughter are head of the Nappy Hair Committee. And like I said in my previous video, I'll link that down below if you haven't seen it. Like I said in my previous video, a lot of times when women have daughters, okay, that have those features that they once upon a time made fun of, all of a sudden it's acceptable. All of a sudden, you know, I've seen light-skinned women that have dark-skinned daughters that's, you know, they used to say things like, oh yeah, light skin is the right skin. Now they have a dark-skinned daughter and they're like, oh, melanin, oh, we also brown, and we also, so I think Eva is kind of like lumping herself into the category with her mother and her daughter, which her daughter does have type 4 hair. Her daughter does have what someone would consider nappy hair. And though I do agree with her that nappy is beautiful, that word was once upon a time used to degrade Black people for the texture of our hair. And when she uses it as an insult, she's riding that same wave as the slave masters that said, oh, y'all nappy headed Negroes. You understand? She wasn't saying it as if, oh, your hair is beautiful, right? She was insulting them or trying to insult them. So you can't in one breath use nappy as an insult and in another breath use it as a compliment. Like, which one is it? Am I nappy and it's bad because you're mad at me? Or am I nappy and it's beautiful and you, your daughter, and your mother all have nappy hair? Makes you think. Now, lastly, I want to get into where the host said that, you know, she thinks the women are jealous of Eva because Eva is light skin. I was so like, are we not going into 2020? Like, have we not been having these conversations? Like, really? They're jealous of her because she's a light skin, as if being light skin is better than being dark skin. Like, let me just address this real quick. Kenya is a beautifully dark complected Black African American woman. Eva is a caramel complected, beautiful Black African American woman. There's no need, like, y'all gotta stop telling light-skinned women that dark-skinned women are jealous of them because they're light-skinned. Especially when we see the plot unfolds right before our eyes. Now, don't get me wrong, they both have character trait flaws, right? Everybody does. These women, they all have character trait flaws, okay? This is TV, this is drama, this is what people come to watch for. I get it. But Eva specifically said, if you saw the episode, Eva said she didn't bring her children to the children's party because she wanted to fill out the energy. She doesn't know Kenya like that. And Kenya being a new mother, she felt some type of way because Eva was basically saying that she didn't trust her kids around Kenya. It had nothing to do with complexion. It really had nothing to do with looks. The thing is, Eva is a beautiful woman, and what she tries to do is continuously bring down other women for not looking like her. Like, let's just say what it is. She continuously brings down other women for not having the texture as her, not having the eye color as her, not having the complexion as her. She might be the one that's jealous because she's not dark skinned. Like, why don't we ever hear that narrative? Like, if somebody is jealous, why is it always the dark skinned person jealous of a lighter skinned person? Maybe Eva's jealous. Maybe Eva's jealous because she doesn't have that deep, beautiful, ebony, glowy bronze skin that Kenya does. But nobody will ever say that narrative, though. And I honestly don't even believe that. But I'm saying, like, why is it always, oh, they don't like you because you're light skinned? And then you have these light skinned women that will never take accountability because people keep telling them that the issue is because you're light skinned, when the issue is you're flawed as fuck. Y'all, Kenya literally won Miss USA in 1993. Like, yes, Eva did win America's Next Top Model. But Kenya won Miss USA. I'm just saying, if I won Miss USA, can't nobody on this planet tell me nothing. Nah, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like, they both won beauty pageants. They're both beautiful. They're both unique. They're both gorgeous. They are both also flawed. I'm trying to figure out, where does the jealousy because you're light skin play a role? And she meant what she said. She said what she said, and she meant it. And then Eva responded and said, well, that's their problem. Not even, no, I don't think it's that. I really think she felt some type of way because she's a new mom and, no. Well, that's their problem. If that's what that is, then that's their problem. Yeah. And this is why I think it is important to continue to have these conversations, because sometimes it can be so embedded in someone that they don't even realize that they are in fact perpetuating colorism and texturism. Now, Kenya does have naturally long, thick type 4 hair. I don't know if she's relaxed or she just straightens and gets silk presses. I don't know. But she does have beautiful, long, thick, healthy hair. And it's really sad how people never believe that that is actually her hair.
There's no pieces in your hair, right?
No, this is all my hair. It's very long and thick. Yeah. It's always been. I've actually cut it since the first season.
But to some people, child, it doesn't matter how beautiful you are, how long your natural hair is. If there is an issue between you and a lighter skinned woman, you are jealous because she's light skinned. Like, they won't even hear us out. It's just, you're jealous. You're jealous because she's light skinned. And peep this, even when the issue is the other way around, it's still because we're jealous. Like, even if they were the ones with the issue, it still turns out that the dark-skinned girl is jealous. That's just put a label, just jealous. Forget that, Kenya nearly lost her life and her child's life giving birth, but Eva can just easily make remarks like, oh, well, you had your kids later on in your years. But Kenya's jealous because Eva's light skin. Like, do you see how this does not make any type of sense? Y'all got brains. Y'all see how this doesn't make any sense. Now, I was really watching this interview hoping that there would be some sort of an apology or explanation. But again, it's just Eva being strong and wrong and defending her remarks. But y'all let me know what you think about this interview. Do you think it's okay for women to use the terms nappy-headed in a degrading and disrespectful way in one breath, and also as a compliment in the next breath, child? Y'all let me know what you think of this interview down in the comment section, and I'll see you at the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe, and of course, hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Bye.